Hi everybody, and welcome to our August the 19th live feed update show for the Big Brother 21 live feeds. There has actually been a few interesting pitches and conversations that has happened in the past 24 hours, so I am here to fill you in on that. But first, let me let you all know, you guys are watching this live right now, but later on you might want to go check out yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21 for all of our Big Brother content, the trash draft, see where you're ranking in there, flashback times, previous shows with house guests, the spoiler graphic, or you can check out all of our shows from other seasons of Big Brother on our website and all the other shows that we cover, like Amazing Race and Bravo shows and Survivor, Game of Thrones, Crowns? What was that Bravo one? Anyway, John shows, they're all over there on that website, so check it all out. If you guys don't have the feeds, you can get it from us, yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds, or become an updater to watch the feeds for free, win prizes, promote yourselves. Just easily fill out the form at yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters. We would love people for late nights, West Coast time. Now, you guys are watching right now, like I said, live in TV Co, but if you're watching in the future, you should go and become a fan over on TV Co, because that is where we are live every single day doing our daily Big Brother shows. And of course, we are also live on YouNow every day, so just make sure you follow us in both places. I promise it's simple and easy. Easy and simple. And lastly, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, the after shows with the house guests. I am happy to report I have spoken with Bella, and Bella's like, I can't make a phone work, and Wi-Fi is a problem. And I'm like, did you know that it's almost 2020 and you're half my age and your whole life revolves around this? So you need to get yo shit together. And Bella was like, okay, I'm going to try for Thursday finding a location that has Wi-Fi that'll work. So tentatively, Bella will be here on Thursday live for everyone. And then the after show will be in the Patreon group. And then I was also talking to Sam, and, Sam is back at work. Something about a dispatcher and trucks and car horn noises. I don't really remember. So here's the Sam plan. We're going for Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern with Sam. However, apparently, with his job, they can move his schedule around at a blink of an eye. So he said, if something happens where I know I'm going to not be able to do Friday, but I can do Wednesday or Thursday or Saturday, I'll let you know. So basically, it's just like we're held hostage by Bella and Sam. This is why we're being held hostage. We're being held hostage by Bella and Sam. So what are the shows exactly? I don't know. Just make sure you're here every day. They might be here. I will try and give you as much notice as possible. Sam says he thinks pretty much that Friday will be no problem. So Sam will be Friday. Bella will hopefully be Thursday. We will see. So, I'm actually probably lying. I think those shows will be on YouNow. I think the house guest shows will be on YouNow, and then the after shows will be in the Patreon group. Yeah. You can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or if you have any Amazon shopping to do, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You can click the Amazon ad in the sidebar on the website if that's easy, or any of those ads that you see on the website. So do that. And then lastly, just share the shows. You guys know you sharing, liking, telling a few friends about the show if you think they'd be interested. That is so helpful to us. Posting at whatever places you kids post at. I don't know if there's a new Snapchat alternative. I'm just going to start promoting the shows on Fortnite. It's my new thing. I just run around Fortnite and I'm like, yourrealityrecaps.com. You can like spray paint in Fortnite. I'm going to make a YRR.com spray paint for Fortnite. That's where all the kids are. That's what you guys want around here, right? More kids? Me too. I think that is all the news and updates about the when Bella and Sam are coming. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I had one more update. Now I don't remember. Oh, yeah, David. Still working on it with David. David apparently was supposed to do a show, I think, with Rockstar, and then, like, didn't show up, and people are having trouble reaching him, so, yeah. I don't know. Not sure. Especially kids with money. Yeah. You kids have money. Come on down. And if you don't have money, it's okay. Just borrow mommy and daddy's credit card. It's in their purse or wallet. Oh my god, I'm so kidding. Okay. Ashley says, I'm a fetus in comparison to y'all. I'm 19. And I think y'all like me well. No, we're fine with 19. 19's great. It's the annoying tweens. And Ashley is doing a great job as a live feed updater. Ashley comes up with amazing ideas for the live feed update account. If you guys are not following at BB21 Live Feeds on Twitter, that is where you can get your 24/7 live feed updates. More like, 22 and a half, 7. It's a lot. We're the only people that I think hands down, we are tweeting Big Brother more than any other update account, period. And they're all doing a wonderful job. I think they just got over 26,000 followers on the updater account. Yeah, I don't have that. I think I'm going to deactivate Reality Recaps, change the name to the Updaters account, to Reality Recaps, change the Reality Recaps name to YRR Updaters for next season, and I'm going to steal your 26,000 views. Followers, how about that? That's what I'm going to do. 26.3, I believe. Sounds amazing. Almost as amazing as where we have to start this recap, and that is with Cliff's Notes yesterday. Yo, Cliff Notes is slippery than a pickle in a hot dog down an empty hallway. I'm sorry. Can we just talk about for 1 second on the show when Cliff went after Kat with a hot dog? Wait, was that Kat that he went after with the hot dog? Who did he go after with the hot dog on the show? Either way, it was Cliff going after someone with... Oh, sis. That was so gross. So gross. Because in Cliff's mind, he's like, I wish I was this hot dog. I'm going to touch you with my little hot dog, sis. I'm going to stick my hot dog in your ear. I'm going to eat my hot dog. Eat my hot dog slowly. Because I used to be single. Oh, he creeps me out. Anyway, how did I miss that? I don't know how you missed it. It was on the show. Right. Anyway, let's start at the start of yesterday, which was Cliff's Notes, much like Eric's Notes. Now I have a new fun game that I play, because I know that I can't rely on my memory anymore, so now I've just started jotting down notes of what's happening on the feeds throughout the day. Smart. Possibly what other people would have done all along, but now I'm doing it. So Cliff has his Cliff Notes setting finally in a location where most people will not be able to hear him, in the damn corner of the backyard on the damn hammock. Way to go, Cliff. So glad you figured out where to go. You sure you don't want to broadcast it on a megaphone from the boat room to everybody? So basically, Cliff, not surprisingly, tells us that he's kind of worried about Tommy going forward. He is worried about Tommy. He thinks that Tommy could be his biggest obstacle in this game going forward. And that he's pretty much not sure how to handle the situation, maybe a deal, but either way, he knows he's gonna have to talk to Tommy. Cliff is worried about Tommy going forward in this game. He's all like, I'm so worried about the Tommy, y'all, because I heard that the gay people have AIDS, and that you can get AIDS if you shower in the same shower as someone with AIDS. That's what I learned in school. Okay? So I gotta be very careful. That is not what he said. That is not what he said. That is what my dad said to me, though, when I told him that I was gay. He said, son, just be careful when you take showers with other people, because that's how you get AIDS. And I went, okay, Dad. Got it. So Cliff wraps up his Cliff Notes, and then all of a sudden, as if by osmosis, Tommy decides, I gotta go talk to Nick. I gotta go carry my gay parade over to Nick, and we have to have a little talk. And it turns out, guess what? Tommy is worried about Cliff. Cliff's worried about Tommy. Tommy is worried about Cliff. And he kind of feels like, maybe I need to make a deal with Cliff. So it's just mildly interesting that almost back-to-back conversations at different parts of the house are happening where Cliff is like, I need to make a deal with Tommy. And Tommy is like, maybe I need to make a deal with Cliff. So that was one part of the Tommy-Nick conversation. Then Tommy also voiced concerns of like, I'm a little bit scared of Jackson now because, you know, Jackson stupidly told Tommy that he was going to be the replacement nom if somebody came down. Why, Jackson? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The only stupider thing that I've heard is what Nick was talking to Nicole about, but we'll get there. Melanie says Tommy is scared because he can't hide behind Christie as a shield. Sure. Justifiably so. So many deals. So, you know, Tommy is worried like, ooh, I feel kind of weird about Jackson because I don't know where, I don't know really how I am with him now if he was going to consider me as someone to go up on that block. Clearly, I need to start playing this game better. And Tommy is also getting concerned with Nick. Because in his talks with Nick, it's becoming clear to Tommy that Nick doesn't really have his back as much as Tommy has his back. He said it doesn't work that way? What? I'm not sure what you mean. So, you know, Tommy is getting a little bit concerned that Nick is not going to have his back going forward. And I personally feel like the reason Tommy wants to make a deal with Cliff or start branching out to people like Cliff is because he is concerned that he doesn't have these good of relationships with people like Jackson and Nick that he thought that he had. Dennis says, works for me. All of them need to concentrate on Nick and not Nicole. Well, people are going to try. As this day goes on, people are going to try. So, after that conversation wraps up, hold on. I think this is when, like, Christie was waking up in the morning, and then she goes into the storage room, and Jackson kind of walks in, and Christie's all like, I just look at Jackson. But I respect you so much in this game. But I just woke up, I can't see. And then Jackson's like, I really respect you too, and I just want you to know that when you came up to me and you told me how amazing that I was at this game, and that I was amazing at this game, and that I was the greatest at this game, I just want you to know that really meant a lot to me when you told me how much I meant to you in this game. So thanks, Christie. That is amazing. And Christie's like, but let's talk later. But for right now, I just looking for a dream. And my grandpa was there, and the clock was at 1:16, and 1:16 is the hour that I lost my virginity, and I don't know why my grandpa's talking to me about my virginity, and I haven't seen my grandpa, and I'm like, what the, Christie, I swear to Christ, I can't. Please stop talking. Please, I'm so sorry. I can't with your manifesting bullshit. I can't. Look, I am all for being a positive person and positivity and da-da-da-da, and I get all that. It's like the whole manifesting thing is where you lose me. It's kind of like The Secret. Remember when The Secret was a thing? And they were like, if you make a board and you put all of your goals on the board, and you keep thinking about them daily, then they're gonna happen. And that's the secret. No shit. No shit. If you work on something every single day towards a goal, it's gonna happen. It's not a secret, and it's not manifestation. You just worked on it until it happened. You didn't have a dream. Oh my God. She was like, my 2 spirit guides came to me in a dream. I have 2 spirit guides. Other people might only have 1 spirit guide, but I want you guys to know that I have 2 spirit guides. Well, then maybe one of your little spirit guides should have told you that you were going to be going home this week and you had no chance of winning, and you could have saved your time from coming on this show. I digress from Christie's psychotic behavior. Let's return to Annalise pitching to Holly. Annalise has decided that on this day, I'm not going to start by going right to Jackson. I am going to first go to Holly. Holly, who I called out just a few short days ago, calling her a liar and saying that I wasn't happy with her and that I didn't like her. So I'm going to go to Holly now. So she goes to Holly, and she's like, Holly, look, can we get the 5 back together, the 5 plus Nick, to make it a 6? So really, we're getting the 6 back. We're getting the 6 shooters back. Let's not call them the 6 shooters. We need a new name. Let's call them the Sexy 6. The Sexy Singles. It's our 3rd time being a group of 6. Let's call ourselves 666. It's Sis. She's an idiot. She would totally be for that. But I'll make a shirt that says 666 on it. It'll be fun. And so she's like telling that to Holly, but Holly is kind of like, but there's only 8 people. So if we make a 6, but then there's 8 people, then what are we making a deal about? We're just all getting 1 or 2 more weeks? Then let's just make a deal for 1 or 2 more weeks. Why are we making an alliance to go from 6 to 8? And then Sis is like, no, really, we're going to 5. And I'm sitting there like, 6 to 8 to 5. You can't do 5 if you factor in an HOH and 2 noms. You just don't even get it. Your whole plan doesn't make any sense. And then I remember that I'm listening to Sis talk. And I'm like, oh, this shouldn't make any sense. However, I do feel at that moment that this got through a little bit to Holly. Because you kind of saw a little bit of a change in Holly at this point where I believe she was actually considering it. Well, I know that she's actually considering it based on the way stuff went during the day. So then, right as Annalise is finishing, Jackson comes in the room, then Christie kind of follows behind, and now Christie wants to follow up with her pitch, and it's more of just the same exact thing. Let's get the 5 back together, don't break us up, we had such a good thing going, it's Jess's fault. A lot of it is Jess's fault. They are going to blame everything this week on Jessica. Tommy is, Sis is, Christie is. Everything this week is Jessica's fault. It's like every week they're blaming a new person. This week, Jessica's fault. Oh my God. Oh yes, I totally forgot. My favorite part of this conversation was Jackson seriously looking at Christie and going, you know what this was like? This was like I got cheated on. You were like my girlfriend, and you like cheated on me. I felt like I've been cheated on in this game, and it hurt my heart. And that's all you gotta say to trigger Christie. That's all you gotta say to trigger Christie. We could be together, Jackson. I don't care. Jackson's like, no, not buying it. Jackson's basically like, not buying it. So then Holly and Jackson now, pretty much for the first time, they're getting their chance to talk to each other. And Holly wants to save Christie. It worked. It absolutely worked. Holly, it worked. Annalise, I guess, was able to convince her. Christie's speech was able to convince her. But Holly is kind of like, yeah, I think I want to keep Christie. And Jackson is kind of like, I don't know. Like, I took my shot, now I'm not going to follow through with my shot. How is that gonna, look to America? Oh my God. How is that gonna look to America? I forgot to tell you, when Annalise was making her pitch to Holly, she goes, and you know what we can do? We can all swear on the Bible, 'cause America would love it. We would love watching you all swear on the Bible? Only Sis would come up with this idea. We'll all swear on the Bible and America will eat that shit up. It's real great TV. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't even get it. Okay, so Holly is like, you know what? I kind of do. I kind of do want to save Christie. But Jackson is just like, I made my shot. How am I going to look to America? I'm going to look like an idiot if I don't follow through with taking out Christie. She is the biggest obstacle to me winning this game. And Holly is kind of like, well, not my biggest obstacle. Don't you think, Jess is a bigger obstacle, or Nick is a bigger obstacle, maybe? Either of those bigger obstacles? And he's like, nope, Christie. No, it's Christie. So then, they keep talking more. Oh, wait, I forgot one more thing to tell you. After Jackson left, Holly and Christie cried it out as well. Holly and Christie had their little cry session as well. I just forgot to point out there was a whole nother cry session in there with Holly and Christie. I love how the HOH always thinks their opinion counts. They don't vote. I know, seriously. Okay, so Holly and Jackson are continuing to talk, and Holly says, you know what, Jackson? I think they're right. This is Jess's fault. Jess isn't trustworthy. Jess is the catalyst that caused the fight with us all the other day. I don't like Jessica. Jessica's the worst. Jessica's the devil. I think we should go after Jessica. And Jackson is like, so you know what? Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I will take down Sis and put up Jessica. And then Holly changes her tune. And then Holly's like, well, I mean, I don't know if I would say take down Sis and put up Jessica. Maybe just go after Jessica next week. But maybe not right now. I mean, not take down Sis. And I'm like, well, then what do you want? You want him to take down Christie for Jessica? And then I was just confused why Holly backtracks so easily. I was like, you had him, but it didn't even matter because Jackson was over it. Within 2 minutes, Jackson was like, no, I need to stick with the plan. I just want to stick with the plan. Dennis is telling me, yes, that's what she wanted. No, I know that's what she wanted. I'm saying I don't understand why she wanted it. To go back on it. Okay, so then we go to now Cliff and Nick are talking. And Cliff is now conveying to Nick what he was telling us in Cliff Notes in the morning, which was, I don't know how I feel about that Tommy. I heard he's gay, and gay people, they like to put their hot dogs in the bad places. I only like to jiggle my hot dog in front of Sis. 'Cause hot dogs are for chicks. And Nick is like, that is highly offensive, Cliff. And Cliff is like, fine. Then I don't like Tommy because I don't like Tommy's game. And I don't know what to do. Do I make a deal? A deal. I'm not gonna do any foot jobs like you did though. So that's off the table. If I do a deal, no foot jobs. And Nick is like, I don't know, maybe a deal could work with Tommy. And Cliff is like, all right, I might talk to him, but just do me a favor, I'll let me work on this myself. So, of course, as Nick always does, Nick goes and tells Tommy. Nick just runs right to Tommy and is like, guess what? Cliff is threatened by you, and Cliff doesn't know what he's going to do, and Cliff might make a deal with you, so I just wanted to tell you that. And then Tommy's like, well, maybe that could be a good thing, because I was thinking about making a deal with Cliff, too. Per our conversation earlier. Production needs footage of people thinking about keeping Christie. I think that's actually very true as well. Okay, so now, after learning that, Tommy decides, I'm going to go talk to Christie. And Tommy says to Christie, I don't know what's going to happen with you and I going forward, if we can survive this, if you can survive this, but either way, I think we need to team up with Cliff, or I need to team up with Cliff. Either I need to, or we both need to, if you're still here, team up with Cliff to take out Nick. And I was like, wow, I was getting the feeling that you were not trusting Nick earlier in this day, but now I'm literally hearing you tell Christie you want to team up with Cliff to take out Nick. That's interesting. Because he must mean it. He's not going to lie to Christie. So I'm like, wow, he's really going to go after Nick. I really didn't think that he would. I did not think that Tommy had it in him to go after Nick, but apparently he is. So then Tommy, Sis go up to the HOH room to again now pitch to Holly and Jackson. So Sis did it alone. Christie kind of piggybacked on the end, then did it alone. Now Tommy is going to go in with Sis for backup and basically pitch to Jackson again, I'm here. I will be part of whatever plan you want. So whatever Sis and Christie are offering you, I want you to know I'm in on it too. Christie's going to do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. And look, if Christie goes, you guys are next. So why wouldn't you want to work with us? Why wouldn't you want to try and put a group back together of the 5 or the 6 so that you have protection? Because if you don't do that and Christie goes, you're next. And Jackson's like, that was a lot to think about. Well, I eat my watermelon. I like to eat my watermelon. And that's a lot to think about. Now, I have an update. I have an update from, actually I got this from Maximus' mom on Twitter. She has found out alarming news about watermelons. And I thought I would share it with all of you. And it is as follows. Despite its marvelous benefits, eating watermelon in large quantity can actually cause harm to your body. There are some side effects of eating... here are the main side effects from eating too much watermelon. It may cause diarrhea and other digestive problems. As we've learned, Jackson has a lot of bathroom problems. Even though it's a great source of dietary fiber, it can lead to diarrhea, bloating, flatulence, gas, diverticulitis. It also contains sorbitol, which is a sugar compound, which creates diarrhea. So that's number 1. You're going to have bathroom problems. Secondly, it increases liver inflammation, okay? It is as if you're an alcoholic. If you eat too much watermelon, it is almost the same exact thing as being an alcoholic. It can also lead to overhydration and cardiovascular problems. So, dearest Big Brother, if ever you are looking for a reason to deny Jackson his precious watermelon and provide us, the live feeders, with some great hissy fitting from Jackson, now you are justified. I love vodka in my watermelon. That's true. You could do that too. Okay, so Tommy and Sis leave. And now Holly and Jackson, once again, are talking. And Holly goes, I want to do it. And Jackson goes, yeah, I don't want to do it. And Holly's like, come on, let's save Christie. And Jackson's like, yeah, no. And Holly's like, but come on, but. And Jackson's like, And Christie's like, and Holly's like, what if I give you a little bit of this? And Jackson's like, nope. And she's like, what if I give you a little bit of this? And he's like, no. And she's like, a little bit of this? And he's like, no, not happening. It's not happening, Holly. I'm not here for it. It would be absolutely stupid for me to make this move. And I am honestly surprised that Holly is not able to influence Jackson more. I honestly give Jackson respect for doing what is best for his game over his showmance. I do respect that. I wonder if it's also, though, going to make Holly realize that sure, Jackson has her back, but if at the end doing what's best for his game involves letting her go, would he actually do that? I'm kind of questioning it now because he does not seem to move or budge at all when he thinks he is correct. So we'll see what happens more with that. Now, get ready. Hold on, I need a drink, because get ready, I'm going to get angry. Now, Christie goes back downstairs and decides to talk to Jessica. And Jessica's like, hey, Christie, how's it going? And Christie's like, it's going great. And Jessica's like, what's the plan? Are you I'm sorry, that was way too fast. Jessica's like, what's the plan? Are you making any progress? And Christie's like, I think so. We're trying to get Nick on the block. We're trying to get Nick on the block. Now, that is not true. They were trying to get Jess on the block. Sis was trying to get Jess on the block. Christie was trying to get Jess on the block. Tommy, kind of on the side in part of the conversation, is trying to get Jess on the block. So they're all trying to get Jess on the block, but now Christie is telling Jessica, we're trying to get Nick on the block. To which Jessica says, well, I don't know about Nick, but don't you think Nicole would be a better option? Oh, Jessica. Oh, Jessica. Oh, you're losing the few people you had, Jessica. What is wrong with you, Jessica? Now I have to be clear here. I'm not sure I believe Jessica's whole girl power feminism speeches anymore. Because they're telling you they're pitching Nick. They're going along with a Nick plan as far as what they're telling you. And you are like, no, let's throw Nicole under the bus. In case you didn't notice, a woman that you wanted to work with in this game and you said you'd be loyal to. And if this wasn't bad enough, if just being a horrible, evil monster witch selling out poor, innocent Nicole, as if this wasn't bad enough, cut to Nicole talking to the cameras. And do you know what our precious angel Nicole was telling to the cameras? I'm just worried about Jessica. I'm worried people might go after her, and I don't know how to help her. Not really sure how I can help her with people going after her, or, even Nick. I'm worried about both of them, but yeah, I'm worried about Jessica. Well, don't be worried about Jessica, Nicole, because Jessica is literally selling you out 3 rooms over. Okay? So hopefully production will clue you in on that. The fact that Jessica even gets to be in this game anymore, go to fuck home. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go. Go. I don't know what you're doing in this game. You are not, as I have said, all the way up into the 1 week you brought us the minute bit of joy, you add nothing to this game other than ruining every good plan. Every good plan, Jessica ruins. She is a black cloud in that house and over every single plan, and she needs to go. Don't worry, Nick wants to get her out. Nick wants to get her out. I guess this is a good point to mention this, which is almost as stupid to me as Jackson telling Tommy you would have been the replacement nom. Almost as stupid. So Nick is talking to Nicole, and he's like, I want to go after Jessica if I win HOH. I want to go after Jessica. My only problem is I don't know who I would put on the block next to her to make sure she goes home. Ooh, gosh, don't know who I could put Nicole. Ooh, God, don't know. And Nicole's like, better not be me. And he's like, maybe it might have to be. And she's like, I'll kill you. And he's like, I'm just kidding, it wouldn't be you. But then he, just kidding, said it would not be her like 10 more times at different points during the day. It was as if Nick was the HOH and was trying to prepare Nicole for being a pawn. Newsflash, Nick, you are not an HOH. You have not come close to winning an HOH. I mean, you've won one HOH, but it was luck. My point is, you haven't won anyone that required you to actually compete against other people in them, or mental ones, so you're not the HOH. This whole conversation is absolute. All he is doing is making Nicole feel like she can't trust him for no reason. There was no reason. Have this conversation if by some miracle, Nick, you win HOH. But you didn't, and all you're doing now is giving Nicole every reason to turn against you. Which is great. That's what we all want. It made no sense to me. I'm just going to create up a fictional scenario for you, Nicole, in which that demonstrates how I don't value you in this game. So let's play a fun game of, hey, Nicole, here's how I don't value you in the game today. Anyway, bye. I'm like, this is the stupidest gameplay I've ever seen in my life on Nick's behalf. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, she thought he was his number one. Is that how you treat your number one? I'm going to put you on the block. You don't put anybody on the block that you want to make it to the end with you. Lala Mug says, I love how Nicole never tells Nick who's on her list if she wins. It drives him nuts. I know. She's always like, I'll tell you after. Nick's like, you're not going to tell me? No. She's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you after. It'll be a conversation after the show's over. Good. I wouldn't tell Nick anything either. I would not tell Nick anything either. However, for 1 second, going back to Nicole talking to the cameras, she said that if she won HOH, and this is not her telling anybody, she was just telling us, that if she won HOH, she would most likely go after Tommy and Sis, which I thought that was interesting. I was like, really? I mean, you wouldn't go after Jackson? I mean, Jackson, I do have to say, well, we'll get there in a second. So now Christie is armed. Back to Christie for a second. Christie is armed with this new idea from Jessica, which. So Christie goes back to Jackson in the HOH, and she pitches, remove me, remove Sis, put Nicole on the block. It'll be so great for you, Jackson. Nicole's on the block. You're going to disarm Nick. You're going to disarm Cliff. They're not going to have their number, one person to work with anymore. I'm still going to have you. You're still going to have me. Why don't we do that plan? And Jackson is kind of like, I don't think so, but let me think about it. So Christie leaves, and Holly and Jackson basically end the night talking about we're not touching Nicole. Number one, I think one of the best things that Nicole did is when Jackson was on the block. I don't know if you guys remember, but Jackson was alone. He wasn't really talking to anyone. He wasn't talking to Jack. He was like outside working in the backyard. Nicole went and had like a heart-to-heart with Jackson. And she's like, I want you to know I care about you in this game, and even though we're not that close, it's horrible to be on the block. And Nicole really connected with Jackson on an emotional level when he was on the block, and that really did stick with Jackson. So Jackson was very much like, I'm not going against Nicole. Nicole is a sweetheart. I love Nicole. She's a number for us in this game. I want to work with Nicole. I want to work with Cliff. He also thinks Cliff is amazing. He wants to give Nick a part of the winnings if somehow he wins this game. I'm like, all right, that might be like one step too far. That might be like one step too far. Yeah, Nicole was outside with Jackson when he had punishments. So Nicole is very good on connecting with people on an emotional level. So whatever. Jackson and Holly are also talking, and Jackson is very much like, this is not good for my game. What does gaining Christie at the end of the day get me? Let's say I pull down Christie and I put up Nicole. Then Nick is mad at me. Cliff is mad at me. Jess is mad at me. Now, granted, he is not aware that Jess was willing to sell Nicole out, so Jess wouldn't have been mad at you. But on top of that, I've broken my word to those people. I look like an idiot to America because I didn't go after my target. He's like, this is the stupidest plan ever. He's like, and for what? To gain Christie? Christie hasn't won anything. At least if I'm siding with Cliff and Nick and, you know, Jessica, Nicole, those people, at least they've won stuff. He's like, this is a horrible plan. I'm never going for this plan. I don't want to look like a punk to America. Horrible plan. Not going through with it. Take sis down. I mean, whatever. Whoever he's taking down, his point is, he's not doing it. He's not taking anybody down and switching with Nicole. I honestly think, Annie says, if Jackson did that, it is the same thing as Cliff's HOH failed. Correct. But I honestly think if they would have stuck with Nick, I think they might have had a better chance. Because Jackson does feel like Nick is a direct threat to his game. Also, at the end of the day, he doesn't feel like Nicole is a threat to his game. He doesn't really feel like Jessica's a threat to his game. He does feel like Nick could be a threat to his game. So I wonder if they would have stuck with Nick and pushed harder with Nick if, yeah, he says him and Nick are good, but he's also said that he, doesn't trust Nick completely, because he's heard things that Nick has gone back and told people from Holly. Okay, so that's pretty much how yesterday ended. Today has been just a lot more of Christie crying, reiterating final six plan. Let's make this happen again. Can we please? Crying. Now, it's basically been a day of Jackson deflecting and Christie crying and people tanning. It's basically all that has really happened on the live feeds today. I don't feel like there has been a lot of other good dramatic stuff that has gone on today. I'm trying to see if there is... I thought I had one clip, and once again, my bookmarks are screwed up. What? Wait, what's the... This isn't that big. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's watch this together. I don't think this is the correct thing, but hold on. Let's just watch this together.
Wait, I'm actually injured. There's no way you can lift me, Tommy.
Yeah, I can.
No way.
Are you kidding me?
No way.
Nicole, just hold on.
Okay, they're playing Baywatch.
I've been rescued.
They're playing Baywatch with Nicole.
I'll become clear that Tommy and Holly are playing Baywatch, running around the house, ripping their clothes off, laughing and smiling, and everything's so funny. Thanks, friends. I'm so done.
Okay, so this is from after POV, right?
Tommy, you really think it's funny to, like, go around and mess around right now?
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, like, it just really hurts me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so that was what we were talking about on yesterday's show. I didn't know that we had video of that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No fun allowed. I'm sorry. No fun allowed. No fun. We're not allowed to have any fun. We're not allowed to have any fun in this house. There's no funs to be had. Zero fun anywhere in this house. No. Let me look. And that was from Girls Meg on Twitter. Let me just see if she has any other stuff. Sis told Target made a deal, blah blah blah. We knew that. What is this? Jackson, no. Christie told Sis she plans to blow up Nick's game tomorrow during Taco Tuesday. Wait, say what? Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna put her right on the spot. I'm gonna say, so, really quick, just, you know, I'm hoping that someone initiates a gratitude circle.
Gratitude circle.
And I'm gonna be grateful, I'm gonna give my thanks. And I'm gonna say, in honor of campaigning starting tomorrow, and being that I have nothing to say about this girl on the block next to me, and I can't campaign against her, I just have a question. Who exactly are you loyal to? Is it Tommy or Nicole? I'm just curious.
Okay, that'll be fun.
I'm talking.
So basically, if you couldn't hear Christie's stupid whispering, she's basically saying she's going to call out Nick in front of everybody and say, I'm not going to obviously campaign after Sis, a campaign against Sis, so I just have a question for you, Nick. Going forward, who are you actually going to go after? Holly and Jackson or Cliff and Nicole? Yes, using the gratitude circle for evil. You know, the way spiritual people that like to manifest things and talk to spirit guides do. Yeah. Sure. I'm just seeing if there's any other good clips. I mean, it's really was just like all sunbathing today. It was just a day of sunbathing. I hope he tells the truth and says Jess. I have a feeling Christie is going to call out several people between now and Thursday. Yeah. I mean, I definitely do as well. I 100% think that as well. All right. I'm not seeing any other good clips, so I mean, we're basically at an hour now anyway. Is there any questions that any of you have here in chat? Or any of you confused about anything? Is there... JJ says, do you have the Jackson clip in the HOH with Holly talking about Jess's sexism? No. By the way, this brings up a great point. If there are any clips or photos or anything that, you know, you guys want me to talk about on the daily live feed update show, totally tweet me them. Totally tweet me them. What's the Kemi curse? Isn't the Kemi curse that it's gonna go after all of the people that screwed her over? All the people that screwed her over. Obviously, their games, they're ending. I wonder if Christie would cross the line and expose her and Tommy. You know, I was thinking the same thing, Annie. I was thinking the same thing. I wonder if this situation is enough to push Christie to out Tommy. But I mean, what's the point? What's the point? Like, it's done. Like, everything is said and done. Christie's going home. I mean, she would be a pretty shitty person. She would just be saying, well, if I'm going home, I'm going to put a huge bomb onto Tommy's game and put a huge target on his back. That would be pretty messed up to do. Why does Holly want to save Christie now? I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the show, but Sis made a pitch to Holly. Sis made a pitch to Holly, which was really good, about the 5 of them working together and that it makes way more sense for them to remain together until they get out the people like Jessica, I think Cliff, not Nick. But it just makes sense to work together. Christie made an emotional plea to Holly. They were crying. We never should have separated. This is all Jessica's fault. Blah, 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 blah. So basically just the emotional pleas from people like Christie and Sis. More logical pleas from people like Tommy. That's why Holly wants to keep Christie. Also, she's probably correct that Christie and Sis would not be coming after her. So there's that too. It may depend on how the relationship ended with the aunt, right? Someone brought up a good point that Jackson isn't thinking how Christie will mess his game up in the jury. He has thought of that. Last night, I just summed up the Jackson and Holly conversation for you with the main parts, but they talked for like an hour, almost maybe more. But one of the things that Jackson said when he was talking to Holly was, look, I'm not lying to Christie. I'm not going to play this game like a snake. I'm not going to play this game like a liar because I know people are going to the jury. And he's like, you might have heard me reminding people that this is a game that we all signed up to play over and over yesterday. No shit, idiot. It's like the main broken record point of him yesterday. But he's like, the reason that I'm doing that is I'm trying to make people realize that this is a game, and I want Christie to go into the jury house knowing I went after you because I respect you so much. And I think, I will check it, I think that Jackson thinks that by him being upfront and honest with Christie and being like, I see you as a threat, I gave you a chance to play in the POV, I'm doing this with respect. I'm not stabbing you in the back. I'm not snaking you. I literally was upfront with you about my reasons and gave you a chance to fight for your life in this game. I think that's why Jackson is not thinking that she would ruin his game in jury. Who cares about jury? You won't even make it to the end with your biggest enemy in that house. Okay, I'm checking YRR Live hashtag. What am I looking for? I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Tommy and Holly are the ones on the block, and yet are not on the block, and yet I don't think Holly is playing the game at all, so Holly can leave. I hear you. Why does Jess regret sending Jack out during her HOH week? Because I think she thinks if Jackson wasn't here, none of this would be happening. I think Jess thinks that a Jack and Christie would not have been able to do as well together as Jackson and Holly are doing together. So I think that's why she's saying it. She didn't really get in depth with it as why. What was Holly thinking about jury management when she talked to Christie? You mean when she talked to Christie about telling Christie she wants to save her? I mean, yes and no. I mean, obviously, yes, because that is going to be good for her when it comes to jury, but Holly meant it. So it wasn't like, in other words, if Holly was just saying it to her, but wasn't following up, then I would say 100%. That's her, just trying to butter up the person before they go to jury, like, ooh, I tried so hard for you. But we saw Holly actually trying to convince Jackson to save Christie. So I feel like she does believe it. But I mean, I guess it's still the same thing. Even her believing it and actively working towards it is also at the same time probably helping her jury vote with Christie. Do you think Christie can get the votes? No. No. Who's voting? Nick, Nicole, Jessica, Tommy, Holly. Right? Nick, Nicole, Jessica, Cliff, Tommy. So Jessica is going to vote out Christie. Nicole and Nick are going to vote out Christie. Cliff is going to vote out Christie. Tommy won't. I mean, they also just... See, here was the only part that confused me. I thought that they... Oh, Holly will vote out Christie, duh. I thought that they made the deal last week to all work together with Christie. Wasn't the deal last week Holly, Jackson, Christie, Tommy, Nicole, and Nick? Wasn't that the 6 that they came up with last week? Or Christie wasn't in it? I'm talking about the plan that Nick came up with. Remember, Nick came up with the plan because he was getting worried that people were targeting him. Christie was not in that. It was Cliff, Nicole, Sis, Christie. Yeah, Sis, Nicole, Christie, Tommy. So Christie was in that plan. So then I do not understand why Christie does not feel like she would have Nick, Nicole, and Tommy's vote, because she would. And then Jessica and Holly are the ones that would be not voting for her. Because HOH gets their way in BB21. Well, that's stupid. Votes are anonymous. In that case, I don't think it's dead in the water for Christie. I think Christie just needs to really work on Nick, aka don't blow his shit up on Taco Tuesday tomorrow, and you might have a chance. Yes, that was last week. That was part of the 2-hour spectacular show. If you missed our giant 2-hour show where we went over all the drama that happened before Thursday's eviction episode, I'm telling you, it's a good show to watch because, like I said, it was laying down the foundation for everything that was going to happen going forward. I wish they were not allowed to discuss their votes. Me too. Remember when they weren't allowed to discuss votes or nominations or what they were going to do? Remember when they actually did that? Not anymore. Not anymore. Now you can tell everybody what you're doing. Doesn't matter. You can tell people who you're nominating. You can tell someone they're going to be the pawn. You tell people how you're voting. You just tell everybody everything now. It doesn't even matter. Now, that being said, remember when the have-nots were a thing and they weren't allowed to cheat? I know, it was right there with the key wheel and all the other fun. Okay, here's what I want to do just because we're over an hour. Let me end the show for the YouTube people, and then I'll be right back to chat to talk to you guys for a few minutes longer. If you guys have more questions, we'll do a little after show hearing you now. That being said, everybody else, now that the show's over, you can head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/bb21 and check out all of our Big Brother content over there, as well as all the reality TV shows that we cover. If you guys want to be a live feed updater for us, fill out the form at yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters. Get promoted, win prizes, and help support the YRR family. You missed this show live, so you should have been following us on TV Co. yourrealityrecaps.com/TV Co. Follow us there. It's where we do all of our daily Big Brother live feed shows. And of course, we're also live every day on YouNow, so make sure you are following us there also. If you want to help support our shows, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, after shows with the house guest, John's cooking show, meal kit giveaways, so much more. It's a great way to help support us. Or you can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Any Amazon shopping to do, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. And for the love of God, follow us on Instagram. Until tomorrow's show, where I'll be live later tonight on YouNow, or I will see you guys back here tomorrow when maybe Christie loses it on Taco Tuesday. We'll have all the details. I will see you guys then. Remember, keep sharing the show, telling your friends about it, spreading it on social media, thumbsing up and subscribing on YouTube, leaving a comment on YouTube or our website. 5-star rating and a nice review in iTunes is super helpful too. I'll see you guys later tonight on YouNow, or back here tomorrow on TV Co. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.